Snow Vlogs. I hope you've all had an amazing Christmas if you celebrate it, and wishing you all the best of 2019 and all that has to offer. So, as the title suggests, today I'm going to be talking about why I upload to YouTube and why I upload what I do to YouTube and how do I do it, because I've uploaded games on, I think, 7 different consoles now, and there's something different I have to do for almost all of them. So I'll just give a brief explanation of how I do it, and if anyone, I suppose, has any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments, or if you know me in real life, contact me however you want to. It's fine. So I guess I'll start by talking about why, because a lot of questions I get asked are, why do I not stick to a series of videos when I start one? For example, I'll upload an episode of Oblivion and then I won't play it again for a long time. I realize it's the normal thing to do, to upload videos sequentially and just, have some normal progression of a series going. But for me, I don't know, that's not how I like to work. I like to play all kinds of different games. My mood changes so much, so I can play any game at any time, and that's what I enjoy about games, just so much variety and just so many different things to do. But I don't want to get stuck doing one thing, and maybe one day when I don't feel like playing that game and I want to upload something to YouTube, I don't want to be stuck having to upload it even though I don't really feel like it. And plus it's different to what everyone else is doing. I mean, you don't go on YouTube to be the same person as everyone else. You want to have your own identity, I suppose, and I realize that 239 subscribers when I'm uploading this, I don't really have much of an identity. But I do get subscribers that watch more than one of my videos. I realize it's impossible to keep up with all of them because everyone's busy and whatnot, but say I have some fans at least, which leads me to another question which I get asked all the time, is why don't I just play games that are trending, games that are current? I guess the main reason I get asked this is for Fortnite. I get asked to upload a lot. My friends say, why don't you upload Fortnite? Everyone else makes money from it. Everyone else is doing it, why don't you do it? To me, money's not why I do YouTube. I just do it for fun. I feel like it's a shame that the common conception of anyone who does YouTube is they're just doing it to make money, to have an easy job or whatever. YouTube's not my full-time career. I have another job which is serving me well, will have great progression, and that's what I see myself doing long term. YouTube is just a hobby, it's just a thing on the side. Maybe it will grow to something more one day, but for now I'm happy with the way it is, happy with what I upload. And that doesn't mean to say I won't upload videos of games that are current and trending. I mean, if you guys want me to upload something, always tell me and I'll see what I can do. But I don't think I could just play games like Fortnite or games like Call of Duty where a lot of people are doing it and I'm only doing it just to try and get relevant on YouTube. That's not that important for me. But the main reason why I upload to YouTube is actually not to entertain anyone. It's just I realize that one day I'm going to get to a point in my life where I won't be able to play games as much. I mean, it's sort of getting to that point now where I'm working full time and I don't always have that much time available, but as life continues, that's going to become less and less. So it would be really cool for me to just have sort of archive, a history bank, where I can just go back and watch a video of me playing League with my friends, for example, and at least I'll be able to remember good times I used to have. That sounds really depressing. It's not meant to be. I still think I've got plenty of time left in me, but I just think it's really cool to have like an archive, just to see what I did back in the day. I can look back on videos and laugh. Might even watch them with my family in the future. Who knows? It's just really easy for me to record now. I've got everything I need to record. So if it's really easy for me to do, and why not do it? And yeah, YouTube also allows me to interact with other people, to see how many people watch my videos, how many people like them. I just find that kind of thing interesting. I'm not necessarily trying hard to get to the top of YouTube, but I enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's fun. That's enough about why I upload to YouTube. That took up more time than I was expecting, but I guess I'll talk about how I upload to YouTube, because as I said earlier, I've uploaded games from 7 different consoles, and pretty much all of them have different ways of uploading, but all of them I use one key software, and that is OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. I use that for literally everything. I'm using it now. I use it for every single console game, every PC game I upload. I use OBS. Before, in my old videos, before I got my brand new PC, I had to use Fraps because I had Windows Vista PC, which is very old at the time. I've upgraded that in May. Yeah, in May, after my exams finished. So now I can use OBS for everything, and it's so much better. I used to get so much lag and frame rate issues on my old one, but now everything's fixed. OBS allows you to have multiple scenes, so you can have a different setting for each console you're uploading to. I can have a setting for vlogging, which I'm doing now, which is separate to my gaming one, where obviously you see the game and then you see my webcam at the bottom right corner. So that's how I use it. Well, that's how I use my record my PC videos. I have OBS. I have monitor capture because it's just easier than game capture, because game capture can go wrong sometimes. Because if you come off the game screen, it stops recording, and monitor capture just records everything, so it's much easier for me in case I need to tab out and check something that I want to show you guys as well. It's useful. And the webcam I'm using is a Logitech HD 1080p webcam, which I got given for my birthday in August by my friends, who gave it to me basically for YouTube, because it's very nice of them to be supportive of me and my hobby. I'm very grateful to them for that. And yeah, I guess that's another reason why I do it, because I have friends that support me and tell me that they enjoy watching some of my videos. I guess because I make so many, not all of them is everyone's cup of tea, but that's fine. I appreciate anyone who watches any of my videos. It's not a problem to me at all. So yeah, that's how I record my PC videos. I won't go into how to set up OBS. I mean, there's plenty of tutorials online. It's not too complicated. So that moves me on to my next console, which is the PSP. Unfortunately, there isn't an easy way to record PSP gameplay directly onto my PC. And in fact, the only way I can upload PSP gameplay is through an emulator, which I also use on my PC. That emulator is called PPSSPP. So basically PSP, but to every letter. It's a really good emulator. I've really enjoyed using it. It's been so easy. The only thing that's complicated about it is getting individual games on it, which you need the ISO files of the PSP games in order to play it, and sometimes those can be hard to get. It is possible to get the file from your PSP directly to your computer. You need to download custom firmware onto your PSP, and then you need to turn USB mode on or something like that, and you need to copy and paste the file from your PSP to your computer while you have the PSP plugged into your computer. I did know how to do that completely once, but then my PSP reset, so I had to re-download the custom firmware, and I couldn't find how to do that again. So instead, what I found is most PSP games, or all of the PSP games I've uploaded so far, I've been able to find ISO files online. I'm not going to explain how to do that. You guys have Google. But you can find ISO files online, download them, and then what you do is open PPSSPP, and then you'd browse for your ISO file online. I like to keep mine all in one folder. It makes everything easier, and then you can run the ISO file from your PSP. There's only been one bug I've found while playing it so far, which was playing Star Wars Renegade Squadron, which most of the time doesn't let me lock onto opponents, which is kind of a big deal. I still manage to win sometimes, but yeah, that's the only issue I found with it. But it's a really good emulator. It hasn't not been able to run a game yet. I still have more games I want to try out on it, but yeah, that's how I do PSP. Then there's 3 consoles, which are the only consoles that I use the same setup for, which is PS4, Wii U, and Switch, which I've just started uploading on. The video before this would have been a Smash Ultimate video. So that's made its debut recently. So my setup for that is I don't use my regular PC. I use my laptop, because all of my consoles are set up in a downstairs room, so I need to take my laptop downstairs. I have an Elgato HD60 capture card, whereas normally if you were playing a game you'd connect the console to the TV with a HDMI cable. Instead I connect the console to the Elgato device, and then I connect the Elgato device using a USB 2 cable with a mini USB connector on the other side to connect it to my laptop. And then so I'm able to play the game in real time. You also need another HDMI cable to connect from your Elgato device to your TV. So basically, console to Elgato, Elgato to TV, and then if you want to record it, Elgato to your laptop as well. So it's basically Elgato goes in between your PS4 and TV. It's just like a middleman, if you want. Some of you have noticed that so I have a webcam on my console videos as well, but you'll notice it's not as high quality. That's because I'm not using my Logitech webcam with my laptop. I'm using an integrated webcam, which is on my laptop, which isn't as high quality, but the way my Logitech webcam is set up, it's on top of my PC, so reconnecting and unconnecting it and is a lot of hassle. And I don't think in my console games people care that much about my webcam quality, as long as the gameplay quality is decent. And I think people are more concentrating on the gameplay. But yeah, if it becomes an issue for people, I might invest in another webcam for my laptop. But for now, that's how I'm doing it. It seems to be working fine. No one's really complaining. So for my PS3 gameplay, is basically the same as my PS4, Wii U, and Switch, but PS3s are not compatible with my Elgato HD60, so I have to use an extra middleman. So I need a HDMI splitter, which is not recognized as a console to the Elgato. So what I need to do is I need to connect the PS3 to the HDMI splitter. I need to connect the HDMI splitter to the Elgato. Then the Elgato goes back to the TV and to my laptop. So HDMI splitter is basically the same as above, but an extra one in between my PS3 and my Elgato. So a middleman, if you like. that's a bit, yeah, it can get a bit annoying to set up at first, but once you get used to it, it's really not that complicated. I assume any kind of HDMI splitter would work. But if anyone wants to know the one I'm using, you can contact me, but I'm sure any of them would work. And finally, my Nintendo Wii is completely different from all the others, because if you guys have a Nintendo Wii, you'll know that the Nintendo Wii doesn't use HDMI, it uses AV adapters. So my friend fortunately lent me a Dazzle DVC 100 device. Well, I say lent me, he lent it to me years ago and he's never asked for it back. I don't think he's ever going to use it again, or ever going to use the Nintendo Wii again, so that's probably why he hasn't bothered asking for it back, and he knows I upload Wii videos, so I'm grateful to him for that. I did come to him and ask, how do I upload Nintendo Wii videos, because he used to do it. But yeah, he said, I use a Dazzle, here you can borrow mine, so I didn't even have to go and buy one, which is really good. So yeah, Dazzle works in a similar way to the Elgato, except you're not using HDMI cables, and you also need to buy a 3 female to 6 male AV adapter in addition to your Dazzle, which is basically how you connect your Wii to your Dazzle and your Dazzle to your TV, so you can still play on your screen and record on your laptop at the same time. But unfortunately, it's a bit complicated to use on OBS with Nintendo Wii. You have to configure some settings. You have to change your audio type to audio line out, and you have to change your input to audio line in. You have to change your video type to like NTSCM, something like that. I could go through this in more detail if anyone wants to know, but you have to configure some settings on OBS for it to actually work. And the annoying thing is OBS, that's the only issue I've really had with OBS, is it doesn't save those settings. So every time you upload a Wii video, you have to reconfigure those settings. And then even then, when you start the video, you have to go on OBS as soon as you've started recording and make your gameplay screen fit to the full screen, as some of you may have seen if you've watched any of my Nintendo Wii videos, that the video starts not full screen, and you probably hear the mouse click a few times, and all of a sudden it becomes full screen. I haven't figured out how to make that happen automatically before I start the video, but there you go. And I think that's it. That should about summarize why I upload to YouTube and how I upload to YouTube. If anyone wants, I can go into it with more detail privately, or I can make a video of it. Please do let me know. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog, and I hope I can keep on going in 2019 and bring you some more cool videos. But for now, I'll see you on the next video hopefully, and goodbye.